Man, I've been fearless, I let them feel this. You know I spit it no cap when I killed this. I'm better hit them with the rest, let them hear this. Where this war tour better be a field trip. Yeah, sack it up and then I double it. No time for mumbling, show them where trouble is. Be on my team, plotting my things, living my dreams. Yeah, it's obscene.
What's good, y'all? Before we start up this video, I would just like to say I appreciate everyone who has been rocking with my vlogs and all the videos that I have put out on the second channel. You guys have been killing it on the likes and the watch time recently, and I really appreciate you guys. Words cannot explain how much I love seeing you guys show love on my videos, showing that you guys rock with them, showing that you guys love watching them. It really means a lot to me. Make sure you guys kill it on the like button today, man. All right, let's try to get at least 20 likes on today's video. In this video, I'm going to give you guys another story time. This story time is the time that my job got robbed while I was working. So my first ever job that I got coming out of high school was working at a dollar store called Family Dollar. Family Dollar is a very popular dollar store in the Midwest. I don't know if it's popular across the country, but if you guys don't know what Family Dollar is, I'm going to leave a picture on the screen right here so that you guys can see exactly the dollar store that I'm talking about. As I said previously, this was my first job out of high school. I literally got this job the day of my graduation. I interviewed for the job like 3 days before my graduation. Then on the morning of my graduation, I went in to do the final interview. I got the job, and I also filled out the applications to be an employee in the system of Family Dollar. And I was going to start my first day the day after my graduation. So to sum it up for you guys, I got the job the morning of my graduation. I had my graduation that night of the same day, and then I started my job the next day.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
So at the Family Dollar I worked at a Family Dollar on the east side of Detroit. The specific location for that Family Dollar was 8 Mile and Van Dyke. Now, if you guys are from the city, you guys know that the east side of Detroit is a really bad area, especially like the 8 Mile area on the east side between like Van Dyke and Gratiot. And for you guys who are not from Detroit, I literally just told you, the area between 8 Mile and Van Dyke is a really bad area. It's a lot of crime, it's a lot of murder, it's a lot of robberies. It's just a lot of crime overall. So I worked at one of the worst locations for Family Dollar to be in. This location was so bad, we literally were always at the top for the most misconduct or the most thefts in our region. So when I got robbed, this happened at Christmas time. So it was around, I think it was December 19th when the store got robbed. Now in the morning shift from 8 to 3:30 p.m. I was working with the store manager. Her name was Jennifer. But to close the store with me that night from 3:30 to 10:30 p.m. I was supposed to be working with a manager. She was an assistant manager. Her name was Marissa. Now Marissa was always a weird character to me. She was a white chick and she had all of her teeth missing, and she was young, bro. Like she was like probably, I want to say she was probably like 28, 29. She had all of her teeth missing, and she always seemed shaky and edgy to me, you know? I don't want to be the one to say that she was doing drugs, but I mean, it was just kind of off to me that you were missing all of your teeth, and you were young, and you couldn't even like stay still for more than like 10 seconds, bro. Like she was always fidgety, always shaky, always needed to smoke, always needed to do something.
Is this a 5 o'clock free crack giveaway? Y'all tell anybody I kill you!
She was a weird character to me. I really wasn't a big fan of Marissa. But at the end of the day, I'm at my job to get my money. I want to get my bag. I could care less about what my coworkers do as long as it don't affect my bag. You know what I'm saying? So I worked with Jennifer in the morning from 8 to 3:30, and everything went fine. And Marissa actually came in late that day. She came in at like 4. She got cut up by the store manager. That was that. And then the store manager left, and then it was me and her to finish the night. So around Christmas time at Family Dollar, they set out a lot of the Christmas items. Like every other store, they set out lights, toys, any Christmas theme thing that you can think of. Family Dollar has it, and it's set out. So December 19th is really when all the last minute shoppers are coming in to get all their last minute gifts, all their last minute items or whatever they need for Christmas. So Family Dollar was slapping around this time. Honestly, Family Dollar was slapped the whole Christmas season. So I'm talking about after Thanksgiving to the beginning of the new year, it will be slapping 24/7. We will have so much customers, and you will really have to push. And honestly, it really wasn't worth it because we wasn't making that much anyways. I was making minimum wage, so it really wasn't worth it. Me busting my ass like that. You know what I'm saying? That's tough. So this same night of December 19th, it was about 8 p.m. when this situation happened. So I was actually in the back working. Marissa was at the front working the cash register. I'm normally supposed to work the cash register because I'm the cashier, and Marissa is supposed to be working in the back because she's the store manager. She's supposed to handle all the back stock, handle all the labels, whatever Family Dollar needs her to do. I'm just supposed to run the register because I don't have those credentials to do that. But Marissa worked at Family Dollar longer than me, and it was a lot of people in my line. So naturally, I'm just ringing up slow because I was still relatively new to the job. I started the job, I think in like July, and I was only there for like 5 months. So I was still really slow on the register. I never really experienced having a lot of people at one time. I swear to God, I was like 15 people on the line, and it was literally all pressure on me to get these guys out. I called Marissa to the front to ask her for help, and Marissa was like, you know what? I'll just take care of the register. You go to the back and handle the back stock because I'm going to be able to move on the register faster.
You suck.
So I'm thinking to myself, like, bet, if I don't have to run the register, that's perfect. I hate running the register. I hate running with people. I would rather be running the back, stock in the back, and going at my own sweet pace to put up items rather than dealing with the people in the front. As I'm putting up the back stock in the back, it's this guy who comes in the back with a cart, and he has a bucket, and he has it full of toys. So he's clearly been in the store for a while. And the guy had his hood on. He was just looking regular. I mean, I didn't really think anything about it. I mean, in Michigan, it's always cold, so he probably just had his hood on because he was cold. So once the guy came to the back in my area, he literally filled his cart with more toys, and then he just kept going out to the front. This guy had a big basket, bro. Like, his basket was just full of toys. Like, it was so much toys in this basket, it was literally flowing over the basket. So as the guy starts walking to the front, I naturally didn't pay him any attention because I was working, so I turned around. Not even 30 seconds later, I hear Marissa in the front. She's talking about, hey, and then I hear the Family Dollar alarm go off in the front. It goes like beep, beep, beep. We put certain tags on our items at Family Dollar that if someone doesn't pay for something or someone doesn't go by the register and gets those tags bypassed, it's going to make a big beeping noise that notifies you that either you ran something wrong on the register or somebody is stealing something. So I run to the front after I hear her say, hey, and I see all the people in the line. It's like 6 people at the line at that point, but Marissa is not there. As I go up to the front, I turn to the door and I see her running. Like, I see her running out the door. Like, what's the best way I can explain? So when I came up to the register, she wasn't behind the register, but she was running out the door. Like, she was pretty much out the door while I came there. So I just stood there with everybody else. Like, everybody else just looked. I'm asking everybody, like, where did she go? And everybody's telling me that the guy who just had the cart full of those things, he literally just ran out the door. So after like 30 seconds, when she didn't come back in, I finally decided, okay, I'm going to walk outside to see what happened.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So I do like a little small jog outside. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all, bro. I ain't want to go do this shit, bro. Because if somebody is stealing something, they literally tell us not to chase after them because people are crazy. You don't know what type of time they was on. I wasn't packing no heat. I ain't had no knife. I ain't had no taser. I ain't had shit. So I'm like, I'm not going out there. But that was my manager. So after 30 seconds of me contemplating, I was like, man, I'm gonna just go outside, bro.
Bro, I'm out, man. I'm tripping.
So as I'm walking out the door, she's running back in and she's crying her eyes out, bro. Like, she's crying her eyes out hysterically. So I asked Marissa, I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? She just like, just ring everybody up. Just ring everybody up. Oh my God, just ring everybody up. Just ring everybody up and close the doors, please. Just ring everybody up and close the doors.
Thank you.
Bro, y'all know how chicks be, bro. So I just locked the doors and I rung up the last 6 customers. And every time I rung somebody up, I opened the doors to let them out and then I locked the door again. So after I got done with all the 6 people, we just pretty much closed the store. We closed the store like an hour and 30 minutes early and she called the police. After she got off the phone with the police, I asked Marissa, what's wrong? What's wrong? And she just wouldn't tell me. She would just sit there and cry hysterically. So the police literally came like that, bro. The police was there in like 45 seconds. And then once they were outside, I unlocked the doors for them. They walked in. They say, "How you doing today, sir?" I said, "I'm doing fine." Whoop whoop. Had the conversation with the police. Then they walk up to Marissa. They asked her what happened. And as she's telling them what happened, I eavesdrop on the situation. And here's what went down from what she said, bro. She said when she seen the guy run outside with the cart, she ran outside and chased him around the corner of the store. And as they were in the back of the store, she tried to take the cart from him. Like they must have had like a little tug of war match with like the cart. I can't really explain it, but just imagine someone playing a tug of war with a rope, but instead of it being a rope, it was a cart full of fucking toys. Once they were struggling for about 20 seconds, she said he let go of the cart and pulled out a gun on her and put it right in between her nose. So that's when she just let the cart go. He took the gun from in between her nose, took the cart, and just pretty much ran across the street. That's when she ran inside, start crying, start calling the police. The police took notes. They were like, okay, did you see him? Can we get a description? So she told them what he looked like. I really didn't see him like that. They asked me, what did he look like? But like I said, I really couldn't get a good picture of him because customers come and go. I don't memorize every customer that come in the store. You know what I'm saying? So the police was there for like 3 minutes. They get all the information they need, then they leave. Then not even 10 minutes later, bro, I swear to God, bro, a police officer came right up to the store and said they found the dude across the street hiding in between like some liquor stores with a cart full of toys. So they asked Marissa, if we bring the guy up to the store right now, will you be able to give us an accurate description of if this is him? Will you be able to identify him pretty much? So she said yes. So not even 2 minutes later, they pull up with the cop car. She comes outside. They roll down the window. She's like, yes, that's him. Oh my God, that's him. Yeah, that's him. He put a gun right in between my face.
Stop it. Get some help.
So then they pretty much took him away. So then the police came back in. They talked to Marissa for a while. And then one of the police pulled me to the side. And they were like, is this the guy that was in the store? And I told them once again, I didn't get a good picture of him. Like, I didn't see him very well. Then they were like, can you confirm their story? Because apparently they didn't find a gun on the guy. And I'm like, I can't confirm her story because I wasn't outside with her. So they were like, okay. Then the police talked to her for a little bit and then they left. So after all that, Marissa's mom ended up coming up there to sit with us at the end of the night. The police officers stayed outside the store while we closed up the store. And then we pretty much left early that day. We left at about we left probably at like exactly around 10 when the store is supposed to close. We usually don't leave until about 10:30 because we have to count down and register and stuff. Now, let me tell you guys what happened a few months after this situation. So a few months after this situation, I'm chilling. I'm still working at Family Dollar, but then I get a random call from a 586 number. So I pick up the call and I say hello, and then he tells me like, hey, this is attorney. I don't even know his name. I just knew it was an attorney calling me. So then he was like, you've been basically subpoenaed as a witness to this case that happened with Marissa. So I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, subpoena? I'm like, so that means I gotta come up? He's like, yes, like you have to come to court. So I asked him what the day was. He told me it was February 24th. So I'm like, all right, I'll be up there. So February 24th, I drive up to Mount Clemens with my brother. Mount Clemens is where the court case was at. And I go inside while my brother is waiting outside for me. So when I walk inside the courthouse, I asked them, where do I have to be for this specific case? They pointed me to where the room I had to be, and I walked inside that room. And when I walked inside that room, I seen two lawyers and I seen Marissa. So they were basically just breaking down the case for me. They was like, this guy is looking at all these charges. He's looking at aggravated assault with a firearm. He's looking at attempted murder. This guy was looking at some shit. And they were just trying to see if I could be a reliable witness on the stand for this case that's going to trial, if it goes to trial. And once again, I tell the lawyers, like, look, I don't mind helping you guys out, but once again, I really didn't see him like that. As I was telling them that I didn't see him like that and I can't give them a good detailed description, Marissa is over there mad like she wanted me to lie or something. Bro, Marissa, I don't know if you're going to see this, but I'm not going to lie on the stand for you. I'm not going to risk perjury. I done seen too much Law and Order episodes to know how that shit goes down. So after they interviewed me for like 30 minutes, they sent me on my way, and then that was that. I never heard from them again. Now, a few months later, this was probably the summer of the next year, so this was like June. It might have been like May or something like that. I was at a McDonald's and I actually seen Marissa there. Now, you guys are probably wondering, why am I seeing Marissa at all these places? Because Marissa quit right after that situation. She was done. She did not want to work at Family Family Dollar anymore, and who could blame her? So I asked her what happened with the case when I seen her. Then she was like, the guy got locked up. He got 3, 4, or 5 years for like aggravated assault with a firearm or something like that. So that was cool. I'm like, okay, at least the guy got locked up. At least Marissa got the justice that she deserved. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all what I think about this case. Marissa was kind of weird to me. Like I said, she probably was doing drugs that day. So I don't know if dog really pulled out a firearm on her, but she swears that he did. So who am I to say that she's lying? It must be the crack, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Stop it. Get some help.
hey, it was probably the crack that had her tripping. That's why I thought that she was lying. But hey, at the end of the day, the guy was proven guilty, and I think he's still serving time to this day. As a matter of fact, it's probably been like 4 years. That happened in 2017, so it's been like 3 or 4 years, so he probably getting out soon. So hey, Marissa probably need to watch her head or something, you know what I'm saying? Okay, that's it, guys. That is the time that I got robbed at my very first job working at Family Dollar. I got a lot more story times to tell you guys, but the only way I'm gonna keep dropping story times is if you guys show love on the video. Make sure you guys comment and let me know if you enjoyed the story time, and drop a like on the video. As I said in the beginning of the video, we need at least 20 likes. So if you still here, like the freaking video, bro. What are you doing? Like the video. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. We are on our way to 100 subs on the channel, and I appreciate you guys for rocking with the channel since day one. And if you are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if there is a next time, I'ma see y'all next time, man. I'm out.